Hey everyone, today we will recap one of the most trending movies of 2022, The Batman. It is a 2022 American superhero film in view of the DC comic books character Batman. Produced and distributed by Warner Brothers. The movie was directed by Matt Reeves, who composed the screenplay with Peter Craig. It stars Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne/Batman, close by Zoe Kravitz, Paul Dano, Jeffrey Wright, John Turturro, Peter Sarsgaard, Andy Serkis, and Colin Farrell. The Batman debuted at Lincoln Center, New York, on March 1, 2022. And now let's begin to dive into the plot. On Halloween, Gotham City Chairman Ware Mitchell Jr. is killed by a chronic executioner calling himself the Riddler. Extremely rich person Bruce Wayne, who has worked for a very long time as the vigilante Batman, explores close by the Gotham City Police Division, GCPD. Lieutenant James Gordon finds that the Riddler left a directive for Batman, yet Magistrate Pete Savage castigates him for permitting a vigilante to enter the crime location and drives Batman out. The Riddler kills Savage and leaves one more directive for Batman. Batman and Gordon find that the Riddler left a thumb drive in Mitchell's vehicle containing pictures of Mitchell with a lady, Annika, at the Chunk of Ice Parlor, a club worked by mobster Carmine Falcone's Lieutenant Penguin. Batman questions the Penguin, who argues obliviousness, however sees that Selina Kyle, Annika's flatmate and sweetheart, works there as a server. After Annika vanishes, Batman sends Selina back to the Chunk of Ice Parlor to look for replies. Through Selina, Batman finds that Savage was on Falcone's finance, as his head prosecutor Gil Colson. Selina turns down correspondence when Batman squeezes her about her relationship with Falcone. The Riddler kidnaps Colson, lashes a coordinated collar bomb to his neck, and sends him to interfere with Mitchell's burial service. At the point when Batman shows up, the Riddler calls him by means of Colson's telephone and takes steps to explode the bomb in the event that Colson can't answer 3 questions. Batman assists Colson with noting the initial 2, however Colson won't answer the 3rd, name of the source who gave the GCPD data that prompted a memorable medication bust finishing mobster Sal Maroni's activity. The bomb detonates, killing Colson and thumping Batman oblivious. Batman and Gordon derive that the source might be the Penguin and track him to a medication bargain. They find that Maroni's activity never really finished and numerous GCPD officials are involved. Selina unintentionally uncovered them when she shows up to take cash. As the Penguin escapes, Selina finds Annika's cadaver in a vehicle trunk. Batman catches the Penguin, however discovers that he was not the source. Batman and Gordon follow the Riddler's path to the remains of a halfway house worked by Bruce's folks Thomas and Martha. They discover that the Riddler was an inhabitant at the halfway house and holds resentment against the Wayne family. Bruce's steward and overseer, Alfred Pennyworth, is hospitalized in the wake of opening a letter bomb addressed to Bruce. The Riddler then, at that point, spills proof that Thomas, who was running for City Hall leader when he was killed, employed Falcone to kill a writer for taking steps to uncover humiliating insights regarding Martha's set of experiences of dysfunctional behavior. Bruce, who grew up accepting his dad was ethically upstanding, goes up against Alfred, who affirms the claims yet expresses that Thomas chose to give Falcone to the police subsequent to learning of the homicide. Alfred infers that Falcone had Thomas and Martha killed to forestall this. Selina lets Batman know that Falcone is her careless dad. She discovers that Annika was choked on the grounds that Mitchell told her that Falcone was the source, and sets out to kill him. Batman and Gordon show up at the Chunk of Ice Parlor so as to stop her. Batman genuinely keeps Selina from killing Falcone, making sense of that she shouldn't permit Falcone to obliterate her future through killing him and confronting jail. Batman accompanies a presumptuous Falcone to the police, while Falcone lets Batman know that he is aware of all Gotham's secret insider facts and hidden world dealings and that all that he knows bites the dust with him. No sooner does Batman carry Falcone outside to the watch holding up than Riddler kills Falcone from his loft window. Exposed as criminology bookkeeper Edward Nashton, the Riddler is imprisoned in Arkham State Emergency Clinic. That's what Nashton says. As a disregarded vagrant, he was jealous of the compassion Bruce got after his folks' homicide. He venerates Batman, who propelled him to focus on the degenerate and proposes an organization, however Batman indignantly dismisses him. Infuriated at being dismissed by his golden calf, Nashton starts yelling, to which Batman understands that Nashton actually has something arranged. After acknowledging Batman hasn't sorted out his next strategy, a pleased Nashton provides him one final insight by singing Ave Maria, the melody sung at the Mitchells' memorial service, to infer that the last piece of the arrangement is City Hall leader Choose Bella Genuine's death. Be that as it may, Batman neglects to understand this and shouts, "What have you done?" Looking through his loft, Batman is unintentionally helped by a cop who shows him a rug-cutting instrument which Riddler had killed the City Hall leader with toward the start. Understanding this instrument is one more hint to revealing the Riddler's end-all strategy. Batman cuts open the mat of the condo and finds, by means of a guide drawn on the floor under, that Nashton has positioned vehicle bombs around Gotham. No sooner has he done this than a web-based video of Nashton's last transmission before his catch and detainment plays, making sense of joyfully that he had developed an internet following that intends to kill City Hall leader Choose Bella real. The bombs annihilate the barriers around Gotham and flood the city. A sanctuary is set up in an indoor field, where Nashton's devotees non-lethally shoot real, however are come by Batman and Selina. While combating the faction on the rafters, Batman routs them, however is nearly killed by a last part who is going to execute Batman. Selina shows up and salvages Batman prior to kissing him, saying, thanks to him for keeping her from killing Falcone. In any case, the part comes to and nearly kills Selina with a blade. Batman is crippled from his wounds and unfit to get up to safeguard Selina. He infuses himself with adrenaline, gets up, and handles the part to the ground. He has the part nailed down and beats his face brutally until he is come by Gordon and Selina. Gordon approaches the part and removes his veil to uncover his enlarged, wounded face. Gordon inquires, "Who in the world would you say you are?" The man answers, "Me? I'm Retribution." Batman sees an electrical cable swinging simply past the groups in the overflowed water underneath, tossing flashes wherever as it thrashes fiercely. Batman utilizes his catching snare to swing toward the string and take hold of it. When he is clinging to the rope, he utilizes his separable bat image to cut off it, making him be stunned by the power and tumble down into the water. Batman ascends from the water, lights a flare, and leads the survivors to somewhere safe and secure. Batman helps recuperation endeavors and promises to motivate trust in Gotham, having seen that his weapon of dread has energized the drive of vigilantes. In the meantime in Arkham, Nashton is vexed that his arrangement fizzled and moaning in his cell. An adjoining fellow prisoner, who is to a great extent darkened behind the steel entryway of his cell, proposes Nashton an enigma, inquiring, "Question me this. The less you have of me, the more I am worth." Nashton replies, "A companion." They snicker together. Selina considers Gotham to be past saving and attempts to persuade Batman to leave with her, yet he declines. They set off on a mission to the roads on their cruisers, energetically winding around one another. At the point when they get to a crossroads, Selina goes right and Batman goes left. He thinks back in his mirror as she vanishes into the distance. Then, he gazes directly ahead. Thank you for watching and subscribe to my channel please for more videos and updates.